Okay, well I'm still on with the Thompson. I've narrowed it down to a feeding problem, so the magazine seems alright, but I've decided to strip the gun, and as you see I've taken the front off. There it is. There's just those two screws there that hold it on, but more importantly I've removed this piece, and if you look closely at this piece, maybe you can focus on this. There's a rubber seal there which is not sealing right. The barrel itself is just a 6mm aluminium tube by the looks of it, which slots in. So I think if the barrel had been cleaned with a ramrod, which is what I do, I force it down from the muzzle, shove it into the gun, clean it, pull it out. This rubber seal there has become dislodged, look. So I've got to tease that out and put it back in position properly, and then think about that before I clean the gun again. I think to clean the barrel, really you need to take those two screws off and pull the barrel out, because that just comes off, that just pulls off, leaving the barrel in there. And if you want to clean it, which is easy enough, you don't want to dislodge that rubber, because I reckon that's what it is. That's the feed problem. If I get that rubber back in the right way, it should work, he says. Well, this has got me baffled, because I've got the barrel off. I've had the whole feed system out. There's a little finger that goes up and down to tell you that the magazine's empty or not. We've got the magazine locked at the bottom, so it's not telling it it's empty. Fires every time, but the minute you put a ball in there, or a couple of balls, it's a different story. It won't fire, and I'll show you now. I'll literally see it's empty. The slides all the way back. I'll literally put 2 balls in there. Okay, so we've got them in there now. Put the slider up. The little indicator's not coming up to tell you it's empty. It's still down like it was when it was in the lock position. So you put it back in and repeat, pull the trigger, it should fire. Because nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. Still see the ball there, and the position of the slider indicates the 2 balls are still in the magazine, so I'm going to empty them now. One, two, there you go, 2 balls. 2 balls are now out of the magazine. You can look closely there, there's no ball. Slider is locked in the down position. Put it back in. It just makes no sense. Makes no sense to me at all. I'm going to have to keep scratching my head and thinking about this. Okay, now look at this. Like, there's the magazine. Slider's locked down. You can put a ball. You can put a ball in the end there. Drop straight in. There's obviously a magnet in there that holds it in place. See that? You can dislodge it, you can shake the ball out, but I can't figure why it won't fire when there's a ball in there. I just don't understand, because there's no obstructions. Look, you can drop the ball straight in. And there it is. And the little flap there that comes up when you've got no balls. But once that's up, There's a little tiny flap just there. See that? And from that side. Well, there's a finger in the gun, and that flap pushes it up, and then it won't fire. But that hasn't been in the equation, that's been out the equation, and yet the gun still won't fire with balls in, but it will fire without balls. Okay, I've even checked the barrel for obstructions. You know, we put a little ball in the end and it's dropped straight through. So there's no obstructions in the barrel at all. It's bizarre.